Greetings and salutations, everybody. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. It's your friend, Dr. Alexis, coming in from Dallas, Texas. As you're coming in, do me a favor, like, share, tag the broadcast. Let somebody know that I'm on. Once again, it's your friend, Dr. Alexis, coming in from Dallas, Texas. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome, everybody. Let me know where you're coming in from. Welcome, everybody. Hey, hi there. Hi, how are you? God bless you. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Can you do me a favor and let me know where you're coming in from? Hey, you guys, welcome to the broadcast. Connecticut, hey, everybody, welcome. Jackson, Mississippi, hey on YouTube, hey on Facebook, hey on, and on, I was about to say Instagram, not Instagram. Lincoln, Colorado, North Carolina, Baton Rouge, Baltimore, Cincinnati, New Orleans. God bless you. Welcome to the broadcast, y'all. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully I'm not ashy, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Welcome, y'all. How are you? I know I said Happy New Year to y'all, but Happy New Year again. Conroe, Texas, Pennsylvania, welcome. Baltimore, Maryland, New Orleans. Shout out to the East Coast. I'm wearing School of Education, Howard University. Got that when I went to Howard the other in the beginning of last year. And so shout out to Brandy, Dr. Brandy, a good friend of mine who gave me this. And I'm wearing School of Education for a reason, y'all. Hey, Delaware, God bless you. Trinidad, Delaware, God bless you. At ATL, Ohio. Come on in, you guys. Like, share, tag the broadcast. Let somebody know that I'm on. We are live. Come on, you guys. Let's talk about how we are getting played. Let's talk about it. For those of you who are not in America, I want to talk about how we're getting played for other nations as well. So come on in. This is for an intellectual conversation, also a prophetic conversation, because the two can coexist. You know that, right? The intellectual and the prophetic can coexist. I just want to let you know, right? Come on. California, welcome. We're going to be talking about the fires. We're going to be talking about everything going on. We might tap into some drones. Listen, the intellectual. Can we get some intellectuals in the house? Can we? For the 99 and 2000? My goodness. North Carolina, Tennessee, welcome. Everybody, welcome to the broadcast. Love you guys. Shout out to you. Don't forget, y'all, All Things Her in Dallas, Texas, March 13th through the 15th. You can register at dralexislive.com. All Things Her. Come on, All Things Her. You know why I love that phrase, All Things Her? Because I love when it says Paul became all things to all men that he may win some. And I think that there are women like myself who are intellectual, who are prophetic, who are business women, who are strategists, who are coaches, who are all of that, who are creatives, who are artists. And I just think like we try to just be like, oh, I'm going to do this event and I'm just going to go to this event and I'm going to be happy, like I'm going to receive some impartation of prayer or whatever. And I think like prayer is always good. That type of ministry worship, I love that. We'll have that at my event as well. But I love to teach people how to do things, right? And I'm going to be talking about that tonight, right? Because a lot of times kingdom people end up being the last ones to know things, right? You the last ones to know about a coin that just went live yesterday, which one of my friends, his friend just put what $400 in, and now has made up to like $8,000. You know that type of stuff where we be so in the clouds that we don't want to know anything else that's going on. We're just like on the floor crying out to the Lord. But there's a time to cry out, and there's also a time to get up and get out and do something. Okay, so this is for the get up, get out, and do something, because I think that I don't know if people try to hoard information or just don't like having conversations to try to push people further beyond their little bubble. But I want to talk about something tonight to help change some people. So that's why I have gatherings, because I believe that we have to come together in order to challenge one another and to sharpen one another. So do me a favor and like, share tag the broadcast. And all money ain't good money. You show is right. You show is right. But thank God that it says the wealth of the wicked shall be transferred over to the just. Come on in here. The wealth of the wicked shall be transferred over to the just. Come on. All right. So hello, Houston. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Miss Rojas. Hello, everybody. I'm coming in. I'm coming in hot. All right. I'm coming in hot. All right. And it feel like hot in here, like my husband done turned on the heat or something. Like, what's going on? Maybe it's because I'm 42. I really don't know, but I'm hot. Lord. And he done left. I can't even say, please. I'll be texting saying, please, can you fix the heat? What in the world? I'm the type of person who likes to have some type of cool air blowing on me too. I'll have the fan on me too in the middle of the winter. Okay, first of all, Texas ain't even really no winter. What in the world? Goodness, my goodness, what in the world is going on? All right, so yes, let's talk about it, you guys. I have a conversation that be had today, and I love that about 400 of you are in the room right now, and there are many of you who will catch the replay. Tag your friend who likes to have conversations, please, who likes to read books and who just likes to think. All right, so I want to talk tonight about the TikTok ban or hoax, and I want to talk about the incoming administration, and I want to talk about the billionaires, the oligarchs, the tech bros. I want to talk about what we can do to make sure that we aren't left out of those conversations. And I want to talk about some literature, the shock doctrine, also another book by Octavia Butler that I learned about via my friend Dr. Brianna Whiteside. But Octavia Butler, she wrote a book called The Parable of the Sower in 1993. She wrote a book called The Parable of the Sower in 1993. For those of you who like to take notes, today probably is your day to take some notes. All right. I'm going to be talking about that. Now, listen, you guys, nobody can take your mind away. No matter what happens in the next 4 years, no one can take your mind away. You have to use your brain, okay? We have to. We have to think. We have to use critical thinking. And we know that the Bible says that wisdom is the principal thing in Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. That means that we cannot afford to turn off our minds and blindly follow anyone. No one. Just let me get this clear. No one. I don't care. Like, you have to critically think about every decision that you make, not just in the next 4 years, but in your life. All right. It's important for us to do that. Paul warned us in 1 Corinthians 3:4 and 5 not to elevate any one person over the other. For when one says, I follow Paul and I follow Apollos, are you not mere human beings? Are we not around mere human beings? Am I not a mere human being? Come on now. So it's important that we do not allow influence to go unchecked, because we are in the era of influence. If you have 500,000 followers, if you have 1 million followers, that means something now, which it really shouldn't, but it means something because it's power, right? That's a part of the rules of power. And so, or the 48 laws of power, right? So being a believer does not mean that we abandon critical thinking, okay? Because the Bible talks about that this is how they were able to creep in the house, right? And really take advantage of women who were laden down with sins. Or even in this case, we can even just say individuals in general, laden down, just allowing anyone to creep in the house. And so we need to make sure that if there are wolves in sheep's clothing, no matter who they are, that we can recognize them from afar, because it's important that we do not become deceived, manipulated, or distracted. Come on, deceived, manipulated, or distracted. And I am here to say that America and the world, America, this is about America, but we are getting played. All right, we're getting played. We're getting played. But we got to be mindful to test the spirits and all of that. And so I want to start with this conversation with a dream that I had years ago. I had a dream, and I've told you guys about this before. I was walking with my brothers and sisters became Aryans. I was walking around with them, and next thing I know, they were Aryans. And I remember something happened where a bridge collapsed, and I saw fires everywhere. Fires were everywhere. It was pandemonium. And I could see where it was some type of fight going on in the pandemonium. And I decided to come out of the theater. In the dream, I was in New York City. I was walking down Broadway. I came out of the theater, the Broadway theater, I guess, and I started to walk a different way. I guess this would be that narrow is the way. All right. I came out of the theater. I recognized that something was going on. I want to tell you, America, and those of you who are listening in other nations, that we are in the midst of a political theater. Yeah, we're in the midst of a political theater. And it's been like this for a long time. You can look at different nations and just the perspective that we have been told, and then you see the nation and you're like, now hold on, where did we get this perspective from? Specifically, we can speak to China. I'm not saying that China is great in everything they do, but I am going to say that we see pictures in America that look one way, but when you look at this new app that America started to flock to, you see China looking a different way, being one of the number one places for technology. But we are told over here that we are the ones, right? It's like, oh my goodness, you have to travel the world to see beyond this idolatry that has happened in America, to lift it up as a god, if you will. Some people are worried about who is pledging this or who's in a Greek organization. But I want to tell you that the world in general is its own idol. America is its own idol, right? Idolizing this nation. And so you have to ask God to remove the blinders so that you can be able to see clearly, right, what is really going on. Now, I'm absolutely not a conspiracy theorist, but I am a critical thinker. And I do think that to some conspiracy, there is a reality, right? To some conspiracy, there is a reality. I want to say this about the prophets who are of now and the prophetic voices that we may listen to. And I had a dream where I saw there was a prophet. She was in this office, and it looked like the Oval Office, and there were all these different politicians and different people, and I could see that they all were puzzled, like a puzzle board, puzzle pieces, and the puzzle pieces were not completely filled in. What was the Lord telling me? That she did not have all the pieces, neither that nobody had all the pieces. There were pieces missing concerning all of these people, especially when it comes to politics. All right. So we are in the midst of a political theater, a political theater. We see that TikTok, right, was just to be banned yesterday. The whole world, 170 million people are in America are a part of the TikTok app. Now, I want to tell you that I have qualms with TikTok as far as there's a lot of witch talk on there too, a lot of witchy stuff that you will see on TikTok. But I will say this, that a lot of people's lives have changed. And just talking with one of my goddaughter, she makes $10,000 to $15,000 every month off of TikTok. What did TikTok do? It opened up where it eliminated the middleman, where money was able to come straight and directly to small businesses, owned by a man named Show, who is from Singapore, right? One of the richest nations there is. So he's from Singapore, and there was this big issue, this big fallout in 2020. Donald Trump issued a ban or legislation for a ban against TikTok. And here we are in 2024. A lot of Congress voted to get rid of, or 2025, I'm sorry, a lot of Congress voted to get rid of it. But we see that yesterday it went out, supposedly. No matter what you think about it, it has affected, and does affect 170 million people's lives. So it went out all of a sudden, right? It's just like this dramatic thing. It went out, and all of a sudden, 12 hours later, 12 hours later, it comes back. Oh, now it's back from outer space, right? It's just back out of nowhere. Boom. Like, what happened? Thank you, Trump. It came back, right? The news, everything, all the language on it is like, oh my gosh, like even, on all the if you screenshot it, if you've been locked out, but Trump is working on helping us and this and that. And you saw where the White House said, no, this is a farce. It's something going on. Not that I believe everything coming out of there either, but I'm just letting you know that when they said that, that was absolutely true. Today, you see where all of a sudden TikTok servers were quietly moved to Eagle Mountain, Utah, and Forest Hills, North Carolina, to where Meta is located, where they host their data. The platform source code is now tied to Meta's data. It has been integrated into the Meta infrastructure. Yeah, Meta, which some of you are watching me on right now, the same company that owns Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, right? So you have been seeing this political theater, which we know literally the whole time. All of a sudden, these servers are now connected, right? So if you are in IT, it can take weeks to months to do this this back end. So we know that they've been working together for weeks or months. The 12-hour shutdown was just to make the final switch. But people thought it was gone forever, right? UK was on there just getting live, and Canada, like, oh my gosh, like now we're going to have to be the Americans for y'all because America's gone off this app. This same app that is very addictive. Very addictive, I want to say. I delete that app off of my page so many times, y'all, because although it's a blessing, it also could be a curse because it's like, it takes up too much of my time. But it's also been a blessing to some people. So we know that TikTok allowed people to understand, like there was a lot of different news that you would not receive on the news. So you had people just discussing whatever they wanted to discuss, different theories of thoughts, different ideas, right? So now you see where Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, and the guy who owns it, all of a sudden, right, Mark Zuckerberg, now it's looking like he may own TikTok. He took it off of his Facebook, not Facebook page, I'm sorry, you guys. He took it off his TikTok page, saying that he was the CEO. Everything he's saying now has to do with Donald Trump. It's just very different language. They're all meeting together. They're all connecting. And then you see where TikTok's editing tool, which was CapCut, is now offline. Still, even though Lemonade and TikTok came back on, you now see that it's offline. So what happened? Facebook now has conveniently launched something called Edits, which is the same. It's a competing tool. This wasn't random. According to Forbes, server migrations like this are planned months in advance. So, in other words, they knew exactly what they were doing. Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing. This was about controlling platforms, controlling voices, controlling data, and controlling us. Controlling us. As I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I'm thinking about in the 40s or late 30s, there was a man, Bonhoeffer, and he went live on a radio broadcast, and he began to talk about the alt-right and how there was a rising that was happening. Nobody believed him. This was a pastor. Nobody believed him what was happening in Germany. He said, "Is something happening here?" Right? There's a rising. I'm telling you, this person, if there was a rising, they were on Forbes, they were on Time magazine, all of that. Listen, history repeats itself always, always. All right. So now let's talk about Trump and everything that points back to him in some way. We also see that yesterday, while TikTok went down, this Trump coin was released. This Trump coin that has skyrocketed to over a 77 billion market cap. This Trump coin that I don't know if many of you even know about, because sometimes us in the kingdom are the last to know. And I want to make it where we are not. I try to make sure that I have circles of friends in different sectors of life, in different sectors, intellectuals, just different people who aren't just, the ones praying and prophesying, but really who are learning about different things, be it real estate, be it cryptocurrency, be it just a lot of things, because I want to know and I don't want to be left out of the conversation. So I don't know if you guys knew, but not just did a Trump meme get released, meme coin, which we know that meme coins makes the most money. You especially learn that in other nations like China and like Japan. But not only did his meme coin get released, but also Melania's meme coin got released. Also, Barron's meme coin got released. Also, Mr. Beast meme coin got released. Also, the official Elon Musk meme coin got released. I have a list of all the coins that were released. And yeah, it's crazy. These coins that I actually want to say I invested in one of those coins. As soon as I found out, I said, let me go ahead and invest. My friend told me, wait a minute, my friend just made $10,000 like this quick. Like, hold on, we printing money. Maybe. I don't want us to miss the conversation, but I also want us to know what's going on. And regardless if you decide to download the cryptocurrency and the different apps that you can use, you still want to know what's going on. You want to know those who labor among you, regardless, right? And so you see that they're skyrocketing. This coin that was first at, it went from 0 cents to, it was up to $80, $77, $80 this morning, right? Not just a meme coin, but it's a coordinated move. Earlier, we saw last year where there was a pump and dump scheme where there was a DJT coin. Barron Trump actually was behind that, working along with some others. See, he's not just this kid that some framed as, oh, he just to himself. This is a brilliant mind, a brilliant 18-year-old kid. Yes, he is, who is behind a lot of the strategy for Donald Trump. And so this too was planned. We see that someone was holding $1 million, in their inside of their Solana. Now, this is all cryptocurrency. Maybe you guys don't understand crypto. I'm just going to talk about it. Listen, there are different coins. There's a coin called the Solana coin. Someone transferred $1 million and then they switched it up into 20 different 20 different wallets. And then they invested it into the Trump coin. They did this like 4 hours before it was launched. What is that? That's called insider trading. Yes, it is. But who's going to stop it, right? Especially since now the FBI is being taken over. CIA is being taken over. Who is going to stop that? Right? That's illegal, but it is happening. You see that 80% of the coin, 80% is owned by a whale. Who is the whale? We know that Trump has 80% of his portfolio is in cryptocurrency. He said that he wanted to make it a cryptocurrency, America, a cryptocurrency land, right? And I've been on cryptocurrency since 2016, so I'm not anti it, but I do want to let you know that what's going on behind the scenes, right? And so, although it was tried to be launched before, it has been launched now, and he's going to try to become like a Bitcoin. I actually think he probably will do pretty well. Yeah, it'll probably do pretty well. This morning I said, or last night when I got it, I was like, I'm pretty sure that this is gonna rally, right? And so as I woke up, I had doubled. It doubled. And I think that regardless that I do not agree with some things that this man does, I do understand that we are in this world and we have to learn how to maneuver, right? You might work at your job and not agree with your job, but you still have to maneuver. And we know that these coins are now moving. You see Melania's coin, which was zero, which dropped this coin from 60%. Oh, I want to say this. Whoever are the investors who are behind this coin, which is Trump, they can't pull out for 3 years, and they really can't start taking their money for 90 days. So we know that it can't be a pump and dump, that particular coin, all right? That particular coin. Now, some of y'all may know more about cryptocurrency than me. Like I said, I don't know everything about it, but I do want to share that with you. And I will share my link if you're interested in it. But just know that it's an entertainment coin. It's a meme coin. It's the way that people make money. They trade coins. All right. All right. Someone tipped off the federal authorities about Barron Trump's involvement with making that coin, that DJT that was last year. Somebody tipped off him, and you saw that in political. So it's happening, y'all. It's happening. Here we have Melania Trump. Her coin is up to $12. And so they're really using it as a tool for wealth and control. It's not about making crypto accessible for everyone. It's about turning the market into a casino for the elite while the rest of us try to catch up. Woo. Let's keep it tracking. 700 of you in the room. I'm going to keep talking. So what we are seeing, you guys, is an oligarchy. Yeah. It's an oligarchy. It is the tech bros. What is an oligarchy? It is a small group of wealthy individuals who run everything. And really, it's what's happening in Russia. It's what's happening in other nations as well, but it's what's happening in America, and probably been happening in America, but it's really happening again. It's coming to the forefront. So it's just like an abusive relationship, right? TikTok gets taken off for 12 hours. Somebody telling you, I ain't gonna talk to you for 12 hours, then show up, pop up. I'm back from outer space with that sad look upon your face. Come on, they back. What's happening here, right? It's the tech bros. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. It's the rise of the tech oligarchy. This same oligarchy, which you would see tomorrow if you're going to watch that show. If you'll watch it tomorrow, where you see Trump, Barron, probably you'll see Elon, you'll see Zuckerberg, you'll see actually Show who done took it. He done took he done took the bait. And you'll see Mr. Beast, a YouTube, the number one YouTuber. So they don't just have Facebook, they have YouTube too. Now you got TikTok too. Now you got Instagram too, right? So now people who are on TikTok, they're recognizing that the algorithm has changed. I was just on TikTok too. I'm seeing stuff like, wait, what is this? This is totally different than my algorithm was before, right? Why has it changed? What's happened? People who are trying to post things saying Trump this or Trump that or whatever, which TikTok was known for that, all of a sudden is getting flagged. All of a sudden, you can log your TikTok connected to Facebook when they were once against one another, but now you can connect it. All the logos are gone. I mean, it's just strange. What's happening here? What's happening? What's happening? What's up? What's up? Listen, I'm telling you what's up is that it's an oligarchy, right? So you see Elon Musk with his influence, one of the richest, maybe the richest man in the world, who's trying to buy other nations, right? Other nations saying, we ain't with it. Now you see all this stuff. You want to go against Canada. You want to go against Mexico. Y'all been not like Mexico. You want to go against any nation. We gonna do this. We're going to do that. You want to knuck if you buck against any nation, every nation. And then behind the scenes, Elon Musk is putting different people who he wants to be on. He's putting them on and putting hundreds of millions of dollars behind them in their campaign. Ever heard of Big Brother? I know it sounds crazy. There's a book years ago, you guys. Is it Orwin G? Not Orwin G. Wells. It's about Big Brother. Somebody put it in there. I can't think of it right now. Let me look at the comments. All right. Let me look at the comments and see who is it. Gotta remember. Sorry, y'all. No. Right. The book is by George Orwell. And you guys, it's called, what is the book called? George Orwell. I'm trying to find the book. Oh yeah, it's 1984. Guess what, y'all? Listen, I'm gonna just keep it real. Y'all just gonna get all of me because I know sometimes I'll be having to be a little politically correct because you just have to strive to get along with people, but I'm just gonna be honest. I woke up a week after the election and I heard 1984. I ain't never read that book. I just want to tell you, I just heard it, right? I need to read it. And I text my friend Phil and I said, now, what is this book? Because I heard 1984. So what is 1984 about? 1984 is about blind allegiance, control, and unchecked authority. All right? Blind allegiance, control, and unchecked authority. And it was political. Sound crazy. But I did hear it. I just want to let you guys know. All right? I did hear it. Boom. So tomorrow, you'll see them all together. We are family. I got all my oligarchs with me. Hey, hey. Listen, they family, Mr. Beast, all of them. The rich guy from YouTube who runs the world, the rich people. That's why, let me tell y'all something. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I heard the Lord say, he said, there was going to be a rise up of the poor against the rich. I restated that during the monthly word this year, the poor against the rich. All right? Because it's not just about technology, it's about power. And this alignment of tech and politics is creating an oligarchy, an even stronger one, a system where small groups of elites control everything from resources to narratives. So social media, we learn everything from social media, right? I mean, a lot of us do. This is our reality, especially our generation, right? So historically, we see Hitler was on the cover of Time magazine, celebrated as the leader before his true intentions became clear. And history always has a way of it repeating itself. And we're seeing echoes of that today. We also see my friend, Dr. Brianna Whiteside. She spoke about Octavia Butler. So Octavia Butler writes this book in 1993, and it was called The Parable of the Sower. And it was set in 2024. All right. So she imagined this world. And in this world, wildfires are consuming LA. LA is on fire. There is a presidential candidate named Christopher Donner who runs using the slogan, Make America Great Again. All right. Then the rich are exploiting the poor. And there's climate issues everywhere. Just a book? Or does art also connect with reality? This is a book, Octavia Butler, 1993. She's no longer alive. I've never read this book, but it's called The Parable of the Sower. I mean, we are the music makers. We are the dreamers of dreams. God does speak through artists. Interesting, that man is called Mr. Beast. Somebody just posted the Beast system. Very interesting. Didn't even tie that one together. My goodness. Okay. But listen, y'all, it's happening. And it's happening. I don't know if the world will ever be the same. I actually don't know. Will it ever be the same from, I don't know, COVID? I just don't know. But I want to challenge you to believe half of what you hear or half of what you see or none of what you hear, whatever that phrase is. I just want to let you know you're going to have to really test it. You're going to have to test it because right now, I just remember in that dream I had, I walked out of Broadway. I could never, the theater, I could not understand it at that time, but I can understand it now. And a lot of people have taken, even the prophets, they have taken the bait. And you know what? It's easy to try to choose a side. Is it Harris? Is it Trump? I'm going to just tell you, all of them, in my perspective, it's all jacked up. And we really just have to test everything. Even concerning what I'm telling you right now, go to the Lord and ask Him. We still got to live here. Some of us. Some people will start going to different places around the world and say, I'm out, right? But we still do have to live here for those of us who do, right? And so you have to say, okay, how can I always be aware? One way of being aware is to be in communities, whether or not they can take away TikTok or take away Facebook or take away your freedom of speech, even though they say you're letting you keep your freedom of speech. You can always get around people who think different. There is a book called The Shock Doctrine, and it talked about how every time something big happens, there's something going on behind the scenes. And it utilized what happened with Katrina, where this big storm happens, and now the school system is completely rocked, and they take away the way that the school system, or they take away public education and put everything to, I believe that in New Orleans, if I'm correct, then most of their education is not corporate schools, but charter schools. It's the shock doctrine. It's like you're so focused on this, you're so focused on TikTok being taken away. I just released a $77 billion market cap meme coin, and we about to get to this money, let's get to this money. And in the meantime, it is important that us as believers, that we are understanding that, hey, I might got to join with you, sis. I might got to join with you, but I'm about to put $1,000 in here. I'm about to put 10K in here because I know y'all, it's finna run. It's finna run, and y'all finna be right on that train. Y'all gonna be on the gravy train. And there will always be rich and poor among us. But we can be a little different and say, but y'all I ain't finna be out here just by myself. If I'm gonna be on True Social with all y'all and be over here just trying to figure out what y'all on, I just want to stay up whatever y'all is on, because I'm sure you're dropping some stuff like, okay, here with the contracts, right? So we know, y'all, I was talking about this in October, that I heard the Lord say, get ready for FEMA contracts. Get ready for those of y'all who can move around. Get ready. Do you know now in California, just letting you know, $300 an hour to go out there and to do whatever. I mean, go check on the houses, go check on the land, go inspect. I don't know. But if you can move around, move around. Go do it. And money is not everything, but it's important, imperative that if you need a piece, then drive your truck on over there, take a flight and do it. You can do that with State Farm. You can do that with just different places will hire you. Temp agencies, $400 an hour. But, sometimes we don't know because it be kept like all secretive. And then people be like, well, how did you get that? Right? Can you go away for a month and make $40,000 and come back and do something with it? I mean, hey, I'm not saying we'll be able to get everything they have. Now, we have a strategy, and the strategy is named Christ. But in the midst of that strategy, ask the Holy Spirit to download it to you so that you would know what to do in times like these. In times like these. In times like these. Elon Musk, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. Somebody yelled at me on social media telling me, how dare you? God has sent Elon. Did he? Did he really? Okay. It's a no for me. I'm not getting on the Elon train. I'm not getting on none of that trains. And if I am investing, which I know because I'm not on Amazon's train and I invested in Amazon, I'm not on none of those trains, but I invested in them because I know, listen, okay, the wealth of the wicked is about to be transferred over to the just. And let's just say in the wealth transfer that y'all be talking about or y'all have talked about, sorry, that you guys are talking about all the time, you're going to have to be intellectual and think and not believe everything. You're going to have to say, God, open the eyes of my heart, right? Why did all of these coins get released yesterday before the inauguration, while this whole TikTok propaganda is happening? Now these coins are releasing everybody getting rich out here, except for who? How come they were able to do it beforehand, putting money in different wallets beforehand in Solana, which Solana was at 294, but it was really because you can transfer Solana into these other meme coins. So yes, I did. I downloaded. I downloaded the app yesterday. I said, oh no, because I'll never forget. They did the same thing with the stock market. They did the same thing with the stock market. When they changed it into a casino. Now, we should not gamble. I'm telling you that. We should not gamble. But I don't feel no way about this. Because I'm not gambling here. Well, I guess you could take a risk, but I'm being strategic. So pray about it. But listen, but don't pray too long because some of y'all just pray all day long and you will literally just be like, I just don't know what's going on. Come on now. Come back. Come back. You can go do some research, learn, whatever. They know, they pumping it in. They know because his son is the one behind him, 18 years old, telling him what to do. Baron don't got a whether or not. Anyway, let me just stay away from that. All right. So what did I do, y'all? I went to it's on moonshotcrypto.com, Phantom. I'm on all of these different apps and I'll make sure that I post them for you guys for y'all to get them. I'll make sure that I post the links, but y'all can pray about it. I never want to be somebody who is telling you what to invest in. I will tell you that during the pandemic, we had a group that we would invest, right? And so during that time, I learned a very hard lesson. There would be days I'm making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, just making so much money because I felt like the move is the stock market. Well, of course, you know that whatever is, there's good and bad. So since we know that Trump is coming back into office, he is rich. He is rich. And so what's on the head is on the body. Okay. So yeah, there's perversion on the body. There's, racism, and also is money. All right. So money is a tool. That's what the Bible tells us. All right. Well, anyway, during that time, y'all, I used to do stock market classes. I would bring people to teach on it because I do believe in those of us in the kingdom to understand these things, these technologies. And so at that time, I'll never forget, y'all, I made $29,000 in a day. $29,000. I woke up. I did not take that money out. I woke up and I panicked because they shut the market down. Y'all remember? That's why I said this is what they did before. They did it before. It's all the whales. It's all the rich people, the billionaires. They all a part of it. The tech bros. So yeah, I lost that money and it really bothered me. And not only did I lose that money, but another 60K altogether. And so I decided I do not want to be in this stock market because I'm acting crazy with it, and because it was taking me over, and I was like, man, I don't want to be taken over by mammon. It's interesting. My friend was watching this documentary yesterday, or I guess something that's about Lovi Elias and all of that mess. Yeah, so the guy who's blowing the whistle on him, he says the reward to witchcraft is mammon. Ugh, Jesus. I don't want it, God. I don't want it. I don't want it. Right. And so anytime you wake up and you're thinking about it, you go to sleep and you're thinking about it, right? That's why some people be like, I'd rather stay away from the meme coins. I'd rather just stay, invest slow. I'd rather invest in what I know. But in 2016, I started hosting classes. I took the education, what I learned, right? That's why I got this shirt on that says the School of Education, Howard University. My friend gave me this because I took what I knew, what I learned in the academy, and started creating opportunities for the kingdom to know it. That's what we should do. We have a responsibility. What do? We have a responsibility to teach each other, to share what we know, to host classes. You have a responsibility to learn. You have a responsibility to think critically. You have a responsibility to try everything, to test the spirits. You got a responsibility to fact check me. You do. So when you see that Facebook is saying we're no longer having fact check, well, what's going on? What's going on? It's the same thing that's going on when I see a picture from Africa or from China looking like it's just all poverty. And then I go over there and I'd be like, they malls are better than our malls. Like, what's going on? You have a responsibility to get on a plane. You got a responsibility to research and not to be just stuck, right? So that we can help one another. And there are prophets who sold out. There are prophets who are called to work in government. Y'all, I work with people in government. I minister to people in government. I'm not anti that. I'm not. But I am anti believing everything anybody says. I wouldn't care if you're the man on the moon. Jesus is king. That's it. And we have to speak truth to power. That is where I get frustrated with us as believers, because we will not do it. We will literally just believe everything without saying, now, hold up, wait a minute. And I hope that what just happened with TikTok has made you say, you know what? What type of games are being played? How's it going down, in the words of DMX? Oh, that's so good, Nicole. She said, Pastor speaks about us first giving our income to God so that it is ruled by God and not mammon. He says we are to dominate the financial rims and others. Listen. I agree. You got to make sure that money don't run you. You got to make sure that the money don't run you, because it is so easy. When I tell you it's so easy, I mean, I literally, after I did that, I don't know if y'all remember, this was 4 years ago, I literally put a whole post up apologizing, like, Lord, help me. Because I could see anytime that you just like, I got to put another 10,000 in. I could see how it was just taking me over, right? Like, don't, right? So we have to be critical thinkers, y'all. We got to be open to knowledge, and because it is power. And we have to ask the Holy Spirit to filter and show us anything that we are listening to or reading or whatever that is not him. And I've had dreams like that. Like, I would read something and then go to sleep and have a dream, and the Lord's like, you shouldn't have read that, right? So I think that you have to be careful even with knowledge, because knowledge even can turn into a God as well. You ever met somebody who's so smart and they just act like they the king of doo-doo, and you like, listen, I just can't. I can't. So do not be gullible. Don't be gullible. I've used Coinbase since 2015, 2014, 2016. I learned about cryptocurrency with the movie Dope. I was in grad school then, 2010. But you know who knew about it before then? The oligarchs. They knew about it before then. So it's not just that. There's different opportunities, you guys, that we got to know about. And I think we are we we are learning, and I am learning how to be a good steward. 2022 business made over $1 million, or right at, sorry, $955,000. Looking back, looking back, where did that money go? Right? I'm starting like, what did you do with that money, Alexis? How did you you start asking yourself these questions? Because see, we can have, I think kingdom people should have, but at what point do we learn stewardship? And I think that those things have to be taught, especially for those of us in childbearing years, those of us having children, whatever, um, and believe in God, amen. But anyway, for those of us, we gotta really teach and train our kids different than what we got taught. Because did you know poverty can be a mindset? It doesn't even have to be you could be rich and have poverty. You can make $1 million and still have poverty because you cashing out. You want to sow everything. I wanted to help everybody. Just help everybody. Oh, I can do it. I can help you. I can help you. Like, who am I? Who do I think I am? Right? You have to calm that stuff down, right? So then you're looking at 2023, we got a great house. We're like, oh my gosh, so many people love the testimony. And over $10 million of houses were sold because of the testimony, people coming out of Section 8, etc. And then 2024, we are waiting on a contract. We have been waiting for 3 years. 2024 was one of the hardest financial years I ever had. I mean, ever. I said, oh, forget this. I got a PhD. I can go back to work. Forget this. I don't need to do this, right? I'm getting into it with my husband. I'm all of those things. And I'm being very transparent. I posted about this yesterday, right? Because I'm a thinker. And I'm like, my goodness, Alexis, what you have to, anyway. So really learning faith, the gift of faith during that time, really struggling with what is going on financially, And so I try to give people simplify resources and simplify processes so people don't get left behind. The same way that I was able to get do the USDA contract and the business did over $1 million. You know how that was? A dream. It was a dream. Then my other friend came around. My other friend, he inboxed me. He did over 40 million. I had a dream. I'm telling you, that's what happened. I had a dream. And so I try to share that type of stuff with people, but then at the same time be responsible, because I don't want anybody to say, man, I lost $100,000 because of you. I can't tell you, I'm not a financial advisor. I can just tell you that this is what happened for me. I can just tell you that now I have a contract, and now the contract has been released here in at the end of 2024, and it makes $55 an hour per kid. I can just tell you that we work 10 hours a week. I can just tell you that, hey, we just did $20,000 in a month with just 10 hours a week with less than 10 kids. I can tell you that I wrote it, right? I wrote it and I pitched it 3 years ago, and it took 3 years to come in. I can tell you that, and I don't want to be braggadocious because you might take it some type of way, but you got to get out of your feelings and listen, because a lot of people are gatekeep and never tell you, and then you're running around like, what just happened, right? Why don't I know? She believes said, I made over $3,000 from AMC when you came on live years ago, and I bought 50 shares for pennies on the dollar. So what I decided to do, you guys, was as a kingdom woman, prophetic woman, I create classes, I create uh, online courses, I create events, I create all of that. So even when you think about All Things Her, 3 days, March 13th through the 15th, is $397. All the things I talk about, cryptocurrency, contracts, grants, all the stuff that I talk about, literally giving y'all access in that in this event. The first day we're doing a metallic mixer. We'll be dressed in all metallic, hanging out, having fun, because I love having fun, but at the same time we're about to learn something. We're talking about how to get into the industry. If you want to work with celebrities, that, you know, if God has called you to that industry, I'm bringing people who work in that industry. So we have that the first day. So that's going to be March the 13th. March the 14th, all workshops. So get funded. Everything you guys see me do with my classes, get funded. Cryptocurrency. We'll be doing the grants. We'll be doing that day. We'll be talking about business. Business credit, right? Because one of my friends, she just used business credit, bought a house with business credit, didn't have no dollars or no money, but went and got business credit and then was able to buy a house with that, and it wasn't in her name. You get it? So we'll be having her teaching a session to teach people, like, it's a how-to conference. I don't like going to conferences where it's just like, just all we doing is, you know, lifting our hands. Like, we gonna lift our hands, but we also need to expand our hands to receive. Okay, I'm ready to receive. So we'll be doing that. Also, the third day we'll be doing we'll be doing that. The third day we'll be talking about, I told you guys already, like cryptocurrency, but we'll also, we're gonna do AI workshops that second day. So AI workshops, because a lot of people don't know. I learned it though. I was like, I'm gonna learn it. That was 2 years ago. I did a crypto AI course, and I taught over 400 of you about about AI. I try to learn something about everything. My PhD is in adult education. And so I try to transfer what I know from adult education to teach that, basically teach everything that I learned, so that everybody else can get some. Because it's not no fun if just one person is trying to out here making it. So we'll be doing that first day, that second day, and that third day we're dealing with PCOS. We're dealing with mental health. We're dealing with insulin resistance, okay, how to remedies. We're also going to do Here Comes the Bride live. So for the unmarried women and also married women, we'll be doing some prophetic marriage activations. We'll also just do some conversations about dating in 2025 and just strategies. We'll also just connect. We'll be doing networking. And at the end, what we always do at all of my events, we're going to do prophetic circles. If any of you have been in those gatherings, then you know prophetic circles are the bomb. That's where you're sitting around 10 people, whoever is at your table, and literally you all are, it's like each person gets a word from each other. So by the time you leave, you end with like 20 minutes of prophetic ministry, right, from each other, and you're activated in your gifts. So we'll be doing the prophetic piece as well, because we're not just prophetic people, but we also are business owners, we're ministers, we're coaches, we're strategists, all of that. So that's gonna be in Dallas, y'all. March 13th through the 15th. Get your tickets. It's 379 or 349. Like, literally, that's an investment. Make the investment in yourself. All right. Make the investment in yourself. And some of us, we will literally just want to invest. I'm gonna sow all my money to my church, and you can't even go to them when you can't pay a bill. And I'm not telling you not to sow into your church, because the right church is the right partnership, but I'm telling you to sow into yourself. Because one thing, I get results. God has called me to launch people, and not just launch one type of person, but to launch people. And I have done it. Over the last 8 years, I've been doing this. God has used me to launch people because I'm a critical thinker. I'm anointed for it, but I'm a critical thinker too. And I'm here to launch. We're going to launch together. We're going to launch and we're going to soar. All right. So I hope you guys will. So get your ticket. Not hope. Get your ticket. Meet me in person for these type of conversations, right? For these type of connections. Don't buy another hair bundle. Doesn't make sense. I spent over $10,000 before on hair. It's just crazy. It's over in a year or 2 years. It's just ridiculous. I don't do that. Not another time. You better put on a wig for the rest of the year. I need to try to strategize to how are we going to make it during this time. Contacted my friend. I said, girl, let's buy a building. Let's buy a building. Let's come together and do something together, because we're going to have to in times like these. We're going to have to come together, y'all. Your hair be looking okay, but baby, I put on this wig. I did pay for it, so I'm working hard to not keep on playing. I'm not doing it. Mm-mm. And then shoot, at this point, I'm taking a group this year as well to China and to Tokyo for business. Cause I think 2 years ago, 2 years ago we went to South Africa. I took a team of 38 people. This year we're going to Tokyo and we're going to China because I'm not afraid to go over there. I got the Holy Ghost, and we need to see the world. We need to travel the world, and we need to see, and we need to seize the keys. Come on, that rhyme. We need to see, and we need to seize the keys. Do you hear what I'm saying? One of the ladies who is coming, she is a daycare multi millionaire, and did it through daycares, and she's going to be one of my speakers. Yes, she did for the last 20 years. Oh, in China? No, China's not going to only be women. It's going to be women and men. I'm going. I'm going. Hey, Dr. Charles, we got to, and it's important too. People are like, please, can I get a scholarship to come to your event? Let me tell you something. What you sow into is what you grow into in the end of the day. Every time that you get an investment that you have not made an investment in, or you go somewhere and you have not made an investment in, you can literally feel that in the room. Whether or not you want to say the word energy, which actually the word energy is in the Bible is energeria, is active power. Okay, the active power. So when you go into a room and there are some people who went and came free, and there's some people who paid, you can literally feel the active power, because one person is sitting here struggling saying they can't do it. They're literally worried about their bills. They're worried about, can they pay their rent? And I understand that's where they are. But then you have another group of women who said, no, I want to be in this room because I can go. You see women out here. I see these women out here, the brouhaha, the witches. They done set up here and they're doing the entrepreneurship, and you go to their events and it's hundreds of witches just gathering. And literally, these are literally women in witchcraft. Like, I went to one of these gatherings before and I didn't even know it. I just was like, it was like on Eventbrite, and it was talking about entrepreneurs. This was like in 2016 or something, 2017, and it was talking about entrepreneurial women. And I was like, I'm gonna go to this event. I'm gonna go. And so I went. As soon as I go up there, they're up there like, yeah, we're calling to this, and they're talking about the chakras and all that. And I'm like, what? And I remember leaving there, and I said, I'm gonna create rooms for women like me. I'm going to create rooms for women like me. Because there's a prophetic woman who's multi-dimensional, who loves to rap and sing, who also loves to get to them dollars, who also is a strategist, who's also a coach, who also inspires. Somewhere there's some women like me somewhere. And so when people say, can I come for free? No. But I also do events where you can just come for free. I do like worship nights. I do worship sets. But no, this is me, my education, everything that I've learned, everything that I've grown in all the years. You talking about so many years to get a PhD. So for you to tell me to do it for free, that's not right. And for me to ask you to do my hair for free is not right. Or for me to ask you to do anything unless. Now, listen, I called a couple of my friends. I said, can y'all come to this event? Because like I just told you, I just jumped out of a situation, a whole year of a situation, right? So literally now I'm like, hey, can my friends come? Can you guys do me a solid? So when it's friends, we're able to barter and do an event. We're able to say, okay, girl, I'll come for you. You come for me. But when it comes to me hosting an event and saying this one, I'm asking for people to come invest in it. Like, I'm not doing it for free. And I don't want you to give away nothing for free either, okay? Let me tell you something. God love covers Rev, Sheila. I paid $2,500 for a conference. It was held in DC. It was a woman of God too, supposedly. I paid $2,500 and I couldn't go. Do you guys know the whole event she was talking about lighting up your chakras? Now what? Oh, because that's that mixture. Now mixture isn't to say, like, I used to say, like, don't say the word energy. Don't say it. You're going to hell, don't say it, right? But Now I know that word's in the Bible. Like, I don't talk like the new age people, like, oh, I feel your aura. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like where you can feel in a room, whether you want to say atmospheres, whether whatever you want to say, I can feel in the room where people are. You can feel when you meet somebody, you're supposed to know them. That's what happened when Mary met Elizabeth. It was something activated. There is something about coming in the room with other people that are doing what you want to do that activates you, especially prophetic women. It's something about it. When Mary met Elizabeth, that belly leaped. When I met Dr. Renee Charles, she is on here, one of my mentors, literally my belly leaped. And it was online. This woman in helped me to do my nonprofit. That was 8 years ago. Helped me. We created the Genius Center. Now the Genius Center is a program that I have a contract with. Literally, it helped me. It increased me. A hard-nosed New York, I'll tell you that. But I'm going to tell you what, it did something for me. It did. And so I flew out to New York to meet her. It did something for me. My other coach, Anna McCoy, it was something. It did something. We talked for 7 hours. It inspired me. It encouraged me. It propelled me. I believe in that type of stuff. I believe in it. So it's important to be in the right rooms in this time so that you can know what's going on. So you don't feel left behind. Because we are amongst the oligarchs. We just got to know and be around the right type of people. So I hope that she said there was a lady that shared that she got a clothing contract to launch her clothing line through a vendor in China, all because she went to Red Note. That's where the door opened after trying so hard to get her clothing line. Yes, I'm telling you, and I'm on Red Note too. Just FYI, because I'm not afraid of China. And I had a dream that I went to China and Tokyo. And so I was like, I gotta go there, and I'm gonna take a group with me. I'm gonna take a group of people with me, and we're gonna go because I'm not scared. I went to Germany off of social media. Somebody found me on social media, Periscope, and bought a ticket for me and a friend to go to Germany. Baby, I got on that plane. I wasn't scared. And you know what it did? Not only did it change my life, but it changed that man's life who is now married to one of my friends. Years later. I'm just saying. You can't be scared. Social media connects us, like, thank God for it. At the same time, they be crazy sometimes, but thank God for it. Because it connected me to a whole lot of people from around the world. And you have to travel the world to see things differently. Elon Musk, his mama lives in China. She knows something. If I gotta learn about it, and even because get this, y'all. Not only did TikTok help small businesses make money, but here's the rub. Even the Temus or whoever, which the Shein, come to find out, is not even in China. It's China asking, who is Shein? Right? The whole time, Facebook telling you it's a Chinese app. They don't even know what it is, right? But anyway, imagine this. Even AliExpress and Alibaba, that's still a middleman. But when you can go direct to the factories, go direct to the places, come on now. I did download Red Note because I'm a global girl. And I ain't called to just America, which clearly, they put on there, y'all, they said, they were like, somebody said on Red Note, they were like, is it true that, and they probably gonna shut this down. They really gonna shut this down because it is a Chinese app. But somebody said, is it true, that America makes you pay for the ambulance? Or is that just propaganda from our government? Let me just drink my water. We over here thinking we doing it with technology. No, no. Uh-uh. We not. We not. Yeah. One guy said, he's on there weeping. He's like, listen, y'all, come to China, buy a ticket and come to China if you have any health issues like surgeries or anything. Anyway, people be like, I'm scared to go to sleep in China. I would probably be too. But he's like, any help, you need medical treatment, come get it here and then fly back. He said the most expensive thing you're probably gonna pay for is the flight. Why am I trying to get insurance HMO $550 a month, 550 for just me, and it ends up being HMO as an entrepreneur, and you can't even get nothing for HMO. So then you're looking at, let's talk about a weight loss drugs. Let's talk about that, where that's another rich tech bro, whatever. Then y'all been knowing for this all these years, which have helped a lot of people, but now all of a sudden it wants to be taken back by the rich people. So they're like, oh, okay, we own this, so you can't mix that up at your pharmacy. We own this. It's going to be $1,000 or $1,500 for a whole month supply of shots for you. Are we talking about health inequity now? Are we talking about that now? Come on, y'all. Even the fact that we work 2 and 3, they're like, is it true that people work 2 jobs in America? What? I told my husband, I said, can we go to Thailand? Can we stay in Thailand for a year? Can I get out of debt? Like, debt. I got in debt last year trying to, anyway. Can I get out of debt? For real. There is a huge march in Washington right now called the People's March. And they are really saying, not my president, not my president, but whatever. The man, whether he stole the election or not, okay, I just want to tell you guys. Whether it's technology or not, I don't know. Or whether the people voted him in. Maybe some of y'all did too, because you didn't want to partner with the woman who was doing and they was doing the gay lies and all of that. You didn't want it. I understand. That's what you wanted to do. That's your life. But I just want to tell you that if these people can do what they just did with TikTok, that it takes really months to plan. Somebody said, how can you shut down take TikTok apps off the server, but you couldn't take a child pornography site off the servers? Y'all can't shut that down? And the only reason I tell you guys that whatever done behind the scenes, because I had a dream the night of the election. So, but everybody's gonna believe what they want to believe. I am not here to argue that because I really am not for none of these people, especially now. Especially now. So whatever. I'm not sitting here because that's the problem. Everybody been arguing over right and left, and the problem and it really is rich and poor. That's what it is. It's rich and poor, but they make you think that you one of them. But baby, you ain't know about that meme coin. You definitely didn't know about it before it dropped. When you see all 12 people, Mr. Beast coin, Elon Musk coin, Millennial Trump coin, when you see all them coins, Trump coin, and you didn't know about that, but you want to argue about this, he's for Jesus. No, he is not. He's for that money. But just make sure you know, at least you know what it is. I'm not here arguing. I wouldn't care if it was Obama. I wouldn't care. I don't care. Harris, none of them. I don't care. I really don't. None of them. Because you know what? None of them are God. I'm not bowing to none of them. You better know what time it is. It's happening. And it's probably going to get worse. But in the meantime, let's try to get to this money and understand something. Can we try to know something and invest somewhere If that means you going straight to China and being like, I'm gonna get this stuff myself from the factories. Y'all ain't gonna tell me, because there's still a middleman. Y'all still want to be the middleman. That's why y'all even mad and just saying everything. These people are devils. All of it. And we never question that stuff, y'all. Why we don't never question? Questioning is so powerful. Questioning, why do I do this? Why? What I know is real is Jesus is Lord. Why? Because I've had personal encounters with him. But even, I want to say, how people perceive Jesus, or how they've displayed him, or how they've told us, even that is flawed, because a lot of it, you learned it from indoctrination. I know Jesus is real from my own personal encounter. We gotta listen. I don't want to believe what I hear on TikTok, what I hear on Facebook, what I hear on Instagram, what I hear on YouTube. None of it, especially since it's all owned. Mr. Beast is the #1 creator on YouTube. 300 million a year. He's making YouTube money too. He'll be sitting up there with Trump tomorrow. Mm-hmm. All the tech bros, they all in it. But don't get sad. Be glad. Don't get sad. Be glad. For such a time as this, we were called. For such a time as this, he created us. And please take a flight. Say, friend, you want to go over here? And not just to hang out. We don't go places just to hang out. I mean, that's good. I like vacations. But we also, wherever I go, I'm a global outlier. I'm coming as I shift atmospheres. There's somebody waiting in that nation for me. There's somebody who is praying, like Paul said. There was the man from Macedonia, and he saw him in a vision. He said, come over here to Macedonia, and stop thinking that it's us trying to give everything to somebody, whereas it's probably we both have something for one another. All right. That's right. He has over 80% of the meme coin and can't legally, he can't dump it. He can't dump. Well, we can say legally, because at this point the man is legal, but he done did a lot of bogus illegal stuff. But listen, Barron is behind him. I just want to tell you, Barron is behind him. But just know what's on the head is on the body. So there is going to be money to be made. And I don't know what happened for y'all during the pandemic, but the pandemic was a bandemic for me. So there's money to be made. Yes, I'm talking about money right now, because money is a tool, and the wealth of the wicked shall be transferred over to the just. And I'm not asking you guys to for anything. I'm just telling you what we talk about in my friend circles. Just letting you know. Really, Andrea? You had a dream that said global outliers? Did you come to the global outlier event? Are you kidding? Andrea, send me that dream. Oh my goodness. We're talking about coins. So the recap is, you guys, we talked about the meme coin. That is at a $77 billion cap right now. Let me see what it is at right now, because I invested in it yesterday, the Trump coin. Right now, y'all, actually it's at $43.97. It was at $70 or $60 this morning. It's probably going to continue to go up. It might cross over tomorrow to 100. I don't know, especially with inauguration. But Trump is the one who is behind the coin. So it launched yesterday during the TikTok debacle, and yeah, it rose to a major users. It's at Right now, it's at 12.44 billion, 12.44 billion, with over 3.5 million trades, 511 traders. Trump would like to be Bitcoin. All right. All the billionaires are in there. You cannot for 3 years, and then he can't dump it for at least 90 days. They can't do that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're going to dump it. Then you have the Millennia coin. All right. That just launched as well. That's at $7.63. That is at an $8.4 billion market cap with $1 billion total supply and 337,000 holders. All right. Then you have there's a few coins. Baron Trump coin. You got the Mr. Beast coin. These are all the rich people. You got the official Elon Musk coin. Let's see. America coin. I believe that's them too. That's probably them. So yeah. Yeah, I couldn't trust buying a Trump coin either. I'm definitely not a Trump fan, but I'm just gonna let you know at this point it doesn't matter. Just like I didn't know about Bitcoin, and I was trying to tell people I wish I would have got it at $2. Now it's $100,000. What I did was politely took my money out of Bitcoin and said, let me invest this in another coin that I know is finna, let me invest it in something, XRP or anything, you know. So I'll put my link, you guys. I'll put my links below, and study to show yourself approved. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just letting you guys know about what I know about. All right. Please, Andrea, send me the dream. You can email it to me. Bitcoin did get up to 106,000, y'all. It's crazy. Yes. And so I'm in Solana. That's where my money is at. Solana, because you can transfer that into any coin. So these other little bootleg coins they're making, you can just transfer those into the other coins. You don't want meme coins, you want utility coins. XRP. I have the utility coins and I also have a meme coin. My friend said, I just put in, and I got all types of coins. But he was like, I just put that money in there. So my friend's friend told me this. I just put that money in there so I can go get some furniture. And so he put $400 in there and he made a quick 10 or 6,800, sorry, so he can go get some furniture. And that's what he did. Hey, that's what he did. I'm saying. Just gotta, hey Chandra, we just gotta spread it out. You might got the solid ones, you might got the other one. Just spread it around. If you got a couple of dollars to invest, spread it around. Being paid $40 million by Amazon for her biography. What about the other? Yeah, what about the other first ladies? Like I said, we are in an oligarchy. Amazon is another one of them. He's a part of that's another tech bro. That's another one. So yeah. I don't know. I know the other prophets, they or the people who I guess they're prophets. I don't know what they're called, but so I just don't call myself that. I'm a prophetic woman. I'm a prophetic voice. I do have an office. I do operate in that office, and you can trace me from 2006. But the others, some of the others, I feel like they just drank the Kool-Aid, and they're just gonna be just rah rah rah. He's the way. He's the. Anytime somebody is like that with anybody, I'm like, because baby, had it been Harris who won, I still would have been like, hey, now Harris. Now right? It wouldn't have been no. Like y'all is the favoritism. The last coin that I invested in, Solana, XRP. I'm gonna do a class on it, y'all. I'm gonna do a class on it. Let me see if Chandra can teach it. How do I cash out? I cash out. I just press cash out. She said Harris owns. And I just want to give some people, because we always want to call. You ever notice how we call the women their first names, but the men we call them their last names? So I just say Harris, Obama, Trump, Musk. Let's put some respect on the names. Oligarchy. That's what I said. It's oligarchy. Let me tell you the definition of it. Somebody asked me, did she say oligarchy? No, I said oligarchy. So oligarchy meaning It means a form of government or power structure in which a small group of people hold control over the country, organization, or institution. The power in an oligarchy is typically concentrated in the hands of a privileged few, such as wealthy individuals, influential families, corporations, or military leaders. Key characteristics of oligarchy is concentration of power. Power is held by a small elite group, economic or social influence, limited public participation, and self-interest. Historically, oligarchies have existed in ancient Greece, in Sparta, and Russia, and America. And America. We one of them. We one of them, yes. We one of them. So that's why I said, listen, you don't have to put all your money in. You can put $100 in there. The kid said he put you can put $50. I mean, do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you because you can have different types of coins. And the fact that people are just learning about cryptocurrency is problematic, especially in our community. Not even people of color, but also people of faith. They be like, it's the mark of the beast. And then I'm like, it's technology. It's technology. And money can lead to hell. But money is also a tool. So you just have to make sure that you're dedicated to the Lord. Anyway, all right, you guys. I will okay, so a couple of things. Again, all things her, March 13th through the 15th. Let me see if I wanted to see. I don't know if this is gonna show. Uh Oh yeah, that will show. But I'll play that at the end. That's all things her. That's our conference. That will be March 13th to the 15th. I'll teach all of this, a lot of this live, and we'll have different people coming to us to talk about that. So you'll leave with how to do things. But I will probably be hosting a cryptocurrency class here coming soon because people just be needing to know. I did have one again in 2016, at the end of 2016, but I will host one again. Also, somebody else asked a question about something else. Let me see what they said. Yeah, you can cash out at any time. Money is a defense and answers all things. Yes. Um, come on, Jay. Jay, L Principal. Come on, Gerard. Literally heard about Bitcoin over 10 years ago. Wish I would have invested then. So this is for those who say, I wish I would have done it. But I'm just telling you, like, these people, they about to get rich. Rich. I don't want to be just. That's right. Everything is the mark of beast to uneducated church people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not mad that you're a saved, sanctified believer. I'm saved and sanctified believer too. But I thank you, Jesus, that I love to learn. Yep. All righty. Okay, you guys. So we unlearning one system so we can learn another. All right. So y'all, who is thinking about coming to all things her? Can I get a show of hands? Okay. Your link for the app. Yep. Thank you. I will see you there, Dr. LaShawn. I will see you there, Gail. I will see you there, Fatima. Jacqueline, I will see you there. Donna, Dolores, Nicole, LaShandra. Where will y'all be coming from? Can y'all tell me, Kiana? Where will y'all be coming from? It's $397, y'all. I even put a payment plan in place. There is another ticket price, but that was just the main one. You've already okay, Tracy. Can y'all tell me where y'all coming from? Dallas. Okay, Vaughn. Florida. Euphemia. Okay, you're gonna be in the conference? Okay. Euphemia. Okay, good. You'll be there. You brought me into your event. It's never too late because we still early in the world is distracted by P. Diddy, right? been distracted. I actually had P. Diddy and Diddy in my Jay-Z and Diddy in my dream yesterday. I did. Conroe, Louisiana, Chicago. I'll share that dream later. New York, Alabama. Y'all will be coming in. You just moved to DFW. Okay, awesome. Georgia, Conroe. All right. Well, I cannot wait to see y'all. Wiley, Mississippi. I can't wait to see you. Goose Creek. I'm gonna at the end of February or probably early March. I'll unlock some digital tickets probably. But I kind of just want us all to be in the room together. So, and come on, come to Texas, girl. Lashandra, okay. And what do you do, Lashandra? Hopefully I'm saying your name. I will post the link for the app. I'm gonna put the link for the app. I will for all the trading apps. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of this page because I can't email it out. Because if you email out cryptocurrency links now they'll stop the emails. Texas is booming, but guess what? Everybody from Cali is coming to Texas. Jeez. You have your room. Oh, get your guys' room right now before they sell out. Can y'all get your room? It's on, like, you can go to the website, y'all. Let me show you. You can literally go to the website. And I know people are like, I don't care about this. You was talking about something completely else, and now you're talking about this. I know, but I got to tell y'all this because if not, I got to tell you guys this because if not, you're going to be like, you didn't tell me. All right, so I'm going to share this so you guys can see. Hopefully you can see share screen. So, okay, you go to my homepage, all right? You go to the homepage. You click secure your spot, okay? Or you can go to the side, and you can click ATH 25, all things her. And then you go here, and you can claim either Pioneer or you can claim Premier. There's 50 days into the conference, okay? It's the how-to conference for out-of-the-box prophetic women. That's exactly who it's for. Revolutionary Woman, curated by Dr. Alexis, is a how-to conference empowering out-of-the-box prophetic women to thrive in a changing world through hands-on workshops, expert panels, and dynamic networking. Everybody's going to network at this conference. There's no silent people, okay? We got to network because networking, somebody beside you can be your partner for $2 million, $3 million, all right? So you can claim Pioneer or you can claim Premier. Pioneer is the regular ticket. It tells you what you're going to learn, AI, all of that stuff. Come on, picture. We have the Revolutionary Pioneer or Revolution VIP and the virtual access. All right. So it says what will be happening at the event, the different panels. And then it's talking about the testimonies here too, like the different achievement that people have been able to access by working with me. And then you go to the bottom and it says click here for discounted rates. So even if you don't got your ticket to the event yet, which you can get your ticket today, put $75 down to get it. You can go to this. Hopefully y'all can see that. You can go to this and it will be, the event. So it's $179 a night and we're at the Marriott Dallas Las Colinas. All right. Okay. Oh, you got a wig boutique and you're opening in Arlington? Okay. Well, Lashandra, maybe I could be one of your models. Okay. The event is online, but it will be virtual too. I'm thinking I'm opening virtual in March. All right. Thank you, Dr. Charles. The hotel is nice. It's okay. It's nicer. It's right by the water. I love the water, y'all. It's in Las Colinas. Have y'all ever been over there? All right. Well, get in touch with me, Lashandra, and then we can talk about that and see how I can help. How can you use your Marriott benefits? You might be able to use your Marriott benefits to get a room. I mean, you might be able to. Can I use your Marriott benefits? Can you put me on the list? Can I be your plus one? Listen, you never know. No, come on. Be making it $19, $20. Arlington, they got some good St. Louis fried rice over there, even though I'm trying to be healthy for the 99 and 2000. All right, you guys. So yeah, I'm just having fun now. But she said you can look, Las Colinas is very nice. Which dream did I have? Oh, I'll share the dream, but I don't have the interpretation in full. It had to do with the body of Christ, and it was souls. It was like all these shoes, and the people were like in prison. They were in bondage, which shoes could represent souls. Did y'all know that? And anyway, in the back room, it was Diddy, Jay-Z, and but y'all, listen, I don't have the interpretation. And I just want to let y'all know, I'm not one of those who be like online looking up like, oh, this person and they got the kids. Because a lot of times, them people be lying like those, like everybody's going at this girl on TikTok. Her name's like Ali, somebody. Or anytime, what's the Jaguar, right? Everybody thinks she know what she talking about. All of that. It's like they be adding stuff. They be like, yeah, I was one time, I was one of the children who were taken. And then you find out, then her mama come out and you find out that girl is crazy, so I'm careful with this type of stuff until I have a full revelation, because I don't know in fullness. Just know, yeah, don't let the media be what causes you to be trapped and in bondage. Don't do it. Vaughn, are you from St. Louis? Because Arlington is called, just type in Arlington. They're called Golden. Oh my gosh. There's like 5 different places. Can you inbox me on Facebook or email me and I will send them to you, because I can't remember. But I tasted some really good in Arlington. Dolores, they be stretching it real strong. I Hey, I coach. She said, "Do I coach?" I coach, but not right now. I don't do no one-on-ones right now. Not really, no. No, but I am gonna start a club of 100 women, and I think that I want us to read. I want to read this book. I want every month for us to read a book. But it's like a mentorship club or something, because I actually have groups and stuff. But I'm gonna stop that too. But anyway, it may not be only women. It may be men too. But I want to do it. Reading this book. I want to start with this book called "Let Them." Let Them. It's by a lady named Mel Robbins or something. And then also add like some prophetic stuff in there. But the reality is like a lot of times we be prophetic out. People are like, "What's the word?" I'm like, "What did God tell you?" Like, so. Okay. That's what I'm telling you, Dr. LaShawn. It'd be a lot of stuff. Too much stuff. All right, y'all. Good night. I'm about to get me something to eat. I have not ate all day. All right. Love y'all. Bye now. Get your tickets. Don't forget. All right. And I'll post the link.